Good morning. I hope you guys had a great weekend, Mother's Day weekend. Hopefully you did something special to celebrate your moms. I got a very nice set of flowers from my children. As you can see right here. Aren't they beautiful flowers? Egg gardens, I think, is what those were. And I got that. It says mom is the superest mom in the world. You can tell because obviously we're standing on the world there. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so today the plan is there's an extra long, extra credit puzzle called Honeycomb Hotel. So if you want to go there and you want to try it out with me, it's really fun, but it takes a while to explain. If you were in my class before, we might have done it before. I don't remember if we did it in consumer math or not. I want to say maybe yes. So you can let me know. The Chapter 4 test retake is due Friday, so make sure that you fill out the retake form and get that going if you want to do that. 6.5 notes we'll be doing today, and you need graph paper for that, so make sure you go grab some graph paper. And then your homework is 5 fairly short problems. Should be pretty good. You're also going to want colors for this. So grab a couple colors, that'll help. Or one color, I guess. That's really all you need. Alright, today we're talking about graphing inequalities. Today is 5/11. Okay. We're just going to jump right into it. This is just like graphing a straight line. Only the difference is that sometimes your lines will be dotted and sometimes they'll be regular. And then you also have to figure out where to shade on these. Okay, so what this problem basically says is it wants you to graph y is greater than 3/2 x minus 4. So we're going to graph something that is greater than something. So we're going to end up kind of shading part of the graph to show you like a whole region where the answer could be, rather than the answer just being on a line or the answer just being a point. Rats. No idea. Well, I might just have to use the side of my notebook today. I don't know where my ruler is that will stab you if you're not careful. Okay. So I'll just use my straight edge. Like that. Kind of straight. Okay, so here's my x, here's my y. I'm going to start it just like I normally would, with y equals mx plus b. So this is my plus b over here, that's my y-intercept. So I'm going to go down 4 on my y-intercept, and then my slope is to go up 3 over 2. This is kind of a good practice for those of you who have forgotten how to draw straight lines. Man, using this this notebook is not my best choice, but it is a choice. So, this line right here is greater than. And if it was greater than or equal to, we would make this a bold line. But because it's not equal to, this line is actually going to be dotted. So it should look like a normal line that you would draw, except for it's kind of like, I don't know, got spaces in between. And that just implies that the answer is not on that line. and then we're going to shade above the line. This is where it gets confusing because a lot of teachers will tell you that the best way to do this is to test a point, like a 0, 0. So you would put 0 in for y and 0 in for x, and then 3/2 times 0 is -4, and 0 is greater than -4, so that works. And so they would say just to test a point, but I think you can actually figure it out by just looking at the graph and kind of seeing what it is. Remember that greater than is above and less than is below. So where is above this line? Well, our choices are here on the left or over here on the right. And so I kind of like to do something called the water idea. So imagine that you were dripping water down onto this line from over here on the left. No matter where you draw it over here on the left, because this line goes forever, it would fall down with gravity and then it would hit the line. So it would kind of go like this. But if I had water over here, it would just go straight down. It would never hit the line. So here's the rule. If you would pour water on the line and it would hit the line, you're above the line. And if you would pour water and it would fall just straight down, you're below the line. So the answer to this question is shading everything that's above this line. So basically this was just like graphing a regular line, except for that this line is dotted, and that's just because there's not an equals to. And this part right here is shaded. And that's it. Example 2. However, sometimes in your homework, just like now, you're going to have a line that doesn't look like y equals mx plus b, which means that we need to make it look like y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to try to get the y by itself here on the left and move everything else to the right. So I get 4y is less than or equal to -3x. And remember, just because I'm subtracting 3x, I don't have to switch my sign. I'm also not going to switch my sign right here when I divide by 4. Because it's not a -4. If it was a -4, I definitely would have switched it. Alright, maybe it's a little easier to draw this without the straight edge. Here's my x, here's my y. Alright, so I'm graphing the line y is less than or equal to -3/4 x. I'm going to write -3/4 x plus 0, because it's kind of like the y-intercept is 0 there. So I'll put a dot on 0, and then I'm going to go down 3 over 4, like that. This time, instead of being a dotted line, it'll be a bold line, or a line that doesn't have dots on it, I guess. Okay, and then we need to shade below that line because it's a less than. So we're going to shade below the line. So you might automatically know which side is below the line, whether it's on the left or on the right. But if you think about water hitting the line, if we were over here on the right side and water went straight down, it would hit the line and run off that way.